Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Derek Afasi. I'm the owner of Afasi Financial Group. Today's topic, I want to discuss with you Thrift Savings Plan. In particular, I want to discuss withdrawals for thrift savings plans and some of the risks that are involved with the thrift savings plan withdrawals and how to essentially avoid those risks, making sure that you're leveraging those dollars the correct way that's specific to your retirement situation, your specific goals. So when somebody has a thrift savings plan set up, this is mainly set up through a federal, some sort of federal governmental employee, meaning that's through a federal governmental agency. So what was happening was every single year, this individual would go work for this agency. They would be offered a thrift savings plan. Some of it you might see it known as like a TSP account. Think of this kind of like a bucket of money. So what happened was individuals would go and place dollars from their salary, place certain portions of their income every year, and place it aside to this thrift savings plan, to this retirement type bucket. So it didn't matter how much money was placed into that bucket. What mattered was what was the amount of money placed in, what was any sort of matching contributions that were also placed in, and then most importantly, what was the percentage rate that came back. If you go and you place money into any sort of retirement account or any account, you have certain negatives that occur, certain downward market loss that occurs, certain negatives to that portfolio. Obviously, that bucket's going to be smaller at the end of the day, at the end of the year. So with these TSP plans, you want to make sure that when it comes time for the most crucial part of your life in retirement, or when you're looking to withdraw that money, that you're doing it a very safe, consistent way and you're doing it properly. The largest risks that we see with thrift savings plan when somebody's trying to take that out is, most importantly, is this individual would outlive their money. When individuals leave their money in thrift savings plan, they decide to take out withdrawals. They have certain benefits. There's certain benefits of a thrift savings plan that you have over different types of retirement accounts. There's certain ways on how you can leverage those dollars, making sure that if you're taking out the withdrawal, it correlates properly to your goals. If you go and you leave your money in the bucket, you have certain mutual fund related charges, you have certain TSP related fees. If you're leveraging a financial advisor, that advisor could charge you something known as a wrap fee, which is just an additional fee to help you pick your different funding options, your limited funding options within the TSP account. And all of that information, all of those fees are not guaranteed to make your account go up. So if there's a way on how to maximize what this withdrawal is, then what you could do is make sure that you're never outliving your money. The way that individuals outlive their TSP accounts is they try to take out money from an account and they leave that money at risk. So they're taking money from an account that's now getting hit with mutual fund related fees, TSP related fees, advisor fees, and then if the market has a reset, like we've seen in most common weeks and years, and 2008 is a very big one. Anytime somebody calls into the office, I'm speaking to them about their TSP accounts because, I just don't want to have a crash like I did in 2008, It's a common occurrence. So there's ways on how you can take a portion if you're eligible for it. You have to hit certain years of service, you have to be a certain age, you have to be in a sort of retirement criteria that you could take a portion or all of your TSP plan and essentially roll it over into a specifically designed contract. It would be a specifically designed IRA contract that allows you to maximize those withdrawals and have that withdrawal come to you like a personal pension plan, income that you could never outlive. But unlike certain pension plans out there, if something, God forbid, something happens to you, whatever's remaining in that bucket will now go to your beneficiaries. So you're able to leverage certain contractual guarantees that you can place onto these IRA contracts and then also make sure that you're leveraging that full bucket of money to then leave it as an inheritance to your beneficiaries. So the most important thing is outliving your money. And the reason why people outlive your money, once again, is because they're paying the fees, they're paying the different mutual fund related fees, the different advisor fees, and then they're also susceptible to the downward market loss. So when you have all three of those negatives happening, and then you're also pulling out money for income, that could deplete that bucket a lot faster than obviously if you're just having all growth. So there's two different ends of the spectrum for individuals that want to take the withdrawal or somebody that says, hey, listen, I'm eligible to now do a rollover for my TSP account and make sure that it goes into a specifically designed IRA contract. I might not be so interested in lifetime income, but I want to have an IRA contract that's going to gain. So kind of think like a bucket, but now that bucket has a little bit of a lid over it. That every year that goes by, The stock market index that's linked to that IRA account, if it goes up, we're going to open up the gain, we're going to open up the lid, pour the gain inside. If the next year the market goes down, well then your lid's going to remain closed. You don't have any fees coming. You don't have mutual fund related fees. You don't have advisor fees. You don't have that downward market loss, most importantly. If you want to play it by ear and say, okay, anytime that I have interest gain, then I'll just live off of that interest, you could do that. If some people like to have fixed accounts, 5-year fixed accounts, they're paying 3% or depending upon what the interest rates are at that time. So there's a whole slew of different angles that you could take. You just want to make sure that you're going with the correct company, and then most importantly that you're dealing with an agency that knows how to set up these plans properly, knows the correct questions to ask you, knows the correct questions on how to get your goals in place and make sure that it correlates precisely to those individual type accounts, those individual retirement accounts, so that you're making sure that that TSP is being rolled over properly, it's being transferred properly. So we have the number one risk was outliving your money. You also have that downward market loss potential. You have fees, and then you also have limited funds. So in closing, individuals like to take out their withdrawals. Individuals that have Thrift Savings Plan most likely could be offered a sort of pension income. So they have the trifecta of income that could essentially come to them in retirement. They could have their pension income based upon that federal agency. They could also have Social Security income depending upon how much they place into Social Security. And then that third leg, you could have that third income stream that could work as a portion, not all of it, as small a portion as possible of the TSP money bucket. What can you transfer into to have that max income goal, that max withdrawal goal, while you have the other portion of money that's growing on a very safe, consistent basis? And that is how individuals are able to properly retire and make sure that at the end of the day, what is going on with my accounts? How can I leverage my money in the best possible route? And one of the things that we have set up is we deal a lot with Thrift Savings Plan members. We deal a lot with individuals that are looking to do rollovers from Thrift Savings Plans. We have something known as the Retire Sharp Planning System, the RPS. It's specific to our company, and essentially what happens is based upon the individual that's calling in, based upon their age, based upon their income goals, if it's for them and their spouse, if they want to leave an inheritance, if they just want to have safe accumulation. Those are all specific criteria that has to be met, has to go within our planning system. So our planning system is the Retire Sharp Planning System, and on average, we go through over 1,200 different products and scenarios before we give our top 3 recommendations. So it's something that's very unique out there. We know a lot of agencies don't do that, and that's why we have a lot of national volume that comes in. We are A+ rated on the Better Business Bureau. We've always had very good reviews. We've never had any complaints, and it's because of this methodical process to educate you first and foremost. You want to be confident in retirement. You don't want to worry. If you like that aspect of the trifecta of income, of lifetime income that's coming to you through sources of pension, through Social Security, through that personal pension aspect, through specific riders that we could attach to IRA contracts, feel free to give us a call. It's 1-800-566-1002. The number is going to be up at the screen the whole time. For watching this video, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Retire Sharp, so you get access to the most updated videos. Thanks a lot.